Welcome to Crit Sandwich. On Crit Sandwich, four friends play D&D loosely based on our favorite movies, shows, and games. This is episode 5 of Campaign 10. The players are actors in Candyland playing through the plot of Mortal Kombat. My name is Casey Sears. With me this evening is Chuck Ventus.
I'm Chuck, and I play Coal. Steel.
What is Cole's favorite stunt he ever did or was a part of? Or best? Best or favorite?
The best stunt that Cole Steele has ever been a part of is his signature 360 jump kill maneuver that he does in most of his movies. And you've seen it in this film. I've done it to the ninjas in the test phase.
Ah, gotcha.
But I did not do it when I took the mayor to Browntown.
Maybe the next time. Maybe the next kill. Also with us is Robbie Ponder. I feel like we know Devon's favorite best stunt.
Hello. What do you think it's going to be, Casey? And I'll tell you what it is.
I think it's going to be the time where you did the thing and the upside down kiss and the whatever that you got famous for.
Yep, that's what I got famous for, the upside down kiss on Tanya Bladeson. I didn't know she was married. I'm a little disappointed that she's married. But it was like that scene from Spider-Man where Spider-Man just comes down upside down and kisses Mary Jane. And that's what Devon Lark did to Tanya Bladeson. He dropped down upside down and gave her a sweet little kiss on the lips and stunned her.
Maybe you should have started the conversation instead of a mild sexual assault.
No, she wanted it. She paused. She wanted it.
Oh, God.
Well,
that's cutting all this out.
Yeah,
this is not happening. Nope.
Oh, man, today is International Women's Day, too.
It is. We are recording on International Women's Day. Yep.
No, it's one of those things where you slowly go in, and if they don't move, it's, right?
All right.
No.
I think how it works is if you go 90% of the way and they go the rest of the way, it's okay. I think that's from the movie
medium.
Hitch, maybe.
Yeah, I think
I don't know if it's real or not.
I'm not touching this.
Also with us tonight is Matt Poppich.
How's it going?
What was Beowulf's favoriteest, mostest, bestest stunt he ever did?
He didn't do them.
Oh, snap. Snap.
Robert McCharles was his favorite stunt, right, Matt?
Guys,
Ain't that right, Matt?
Guys, Beowulf did all his own stunts until just one movie, okay? So it's just a one-time deal. So I don't want to hear any of that. But Beowulf's, like, kind of what got him big was he was younger. I would say probably like 19, and he was in a martial arts movie and took down like 10 guys. He was a hero of the movie, but his weapon was broken, and so he was able to punch left, punch right, like kind of remove the one person's defenses, and then snatched out an eyeball and grabbed it and then squished it in his hand in the camera. And it was kind of like his big, it's not really a stunt per se, but kind of what put him on the map.
I assume like no cuts, all practical effects.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was amazing.
You guys just left the Brittle Plateau and the Brittle Cottage as it sank into the syrupy lava below. Your boat again blasts up into the sky, surrounded by rainbow light. This time moving further up north, past craggy chocolate mountains and gumdrop hills. Along the coastline, you see a spire. As you approach this very tall and dark spire, clouds quickly come in from all directions and swirl around it. For the first time in Candyland, it grows dark. Rain begins to pour. Lightning and thunder crackle and rumble through the swirling, sweet, syrupy storm. Hold on to something, the little boy yells.
Beowulf does that.
Anybody driving this rig, or it just flies on its own, right?
It just flies on its own, and the kids aren't even actually standing on the deck. They're just floating. So as all of this is like jostling around, they're like kind of disembodied from the whole physics of the event.
Gotcha. I'll take so Cole Steele will stand towards the starboard side, and I'll take a rope that's there on the boat, probably a licorice rope, and wrap it around my arm and get a good grip, and make sure that I'm standing there just to kind of brace myself for the turbulence that we could endure here.
Robbie, does Devon do anything?
Yeah, is there an inside cabin? I can just go inside there.
Oh, sure. Yeah, he can go inside the cabin.
Yeah, I'll probably just go inside and get out of this syrup rain. It's going to make my entire body sticky, and I don't want that.
Oh, yeah. Like it's kind of like simple syrup raining down from the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing's worse than having syrup in your armpit.
Ugh.
Devon's going to go inside.
Not that I've had syrup in my armpit recently, but...
Yeah, it's awkward. Why? Beowulf will punch 2 holes in the side of the deck and grab chocolate and start eating it, and then put his hands... The boat kind of like reforms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Beowulf will put his hands
like
in the hole. Right, yeah, Beowulf will put his hands in the holes and like kind of let it reform around him.
Yeah,
Nice.
You're kind of practically stuck there in the boat.
Yeah,
after,
I'm going nowhere.
After a few moments. And the boat drops. Just like an elevator, just drops straight down to dodge the lightning in the storm above you. And you're flying low across the ground along a rough and barren terrain that looks like it's just made out of rock candy. Just like nothing but maybe grape, like a dark purpley grape. Maybe there's some blue raspberry boulders, some like really dark magenta and pink ones. Dark berry flavors is the vibe you're getting as you fly towards the spire. And much like the boat dropped down, it shoots straight back up to the top of the spire. And you guys have a much better look at it at this point. And it looks like a black twisting arm coming up from the ground with a hand made of several long spiky fingers. And situated in between these long and tall spikes is a very flat and somewhat round landing pad. The boat crests up to the top of the tower, and you guys realize at this point you're kind of in the middle of this storm. It's not raining on you right now, but it's a little misty, it's a little hazy, and it's a bit windy as the boat lands on this obsidian black platform surrounded by tall black spikes. You notice at the end of the ramp, or at the end of the platform, there is a small stair just sticking out. And then more stairs follow down the side. No guardrail, no real landing or platform or anything. It looks treacherous as hell. As you get a better look as the boat comes down.
We're out of the storm?
The storm continues to swirl around you, so you can hear it in the distance, but you're kind of in the eye of it, right? It's a little misty, it's a little hazy, a little windy, but not like actively coming, raining down on you.
But the boat has stopped.
Yes, the boat has landed on this landing pad at the very top of this black crystal spire.
Cole Steele will turn to the guides. Kit and Cat, I think we named them.
Mm-hmm.
What awaits us here?
Lord Licorice is here.
Are we... is that another fight, I guess?
Yes, he is one of the combatants. You must challenge him to mortal combat, and then kill him.
Hey, I actually got a question for you guys. What... has anyone ever done as well as us? I feel like we've really been off in a bunch of these bad guys, but they're champions of this planet, whatever it is. What... has anyone done this well before?
It's been many years since someone defeated the Six and even got to fight King Kandy.
Devon will notice that the boat has stopped and he'll come out of the cabin.
Most don't make it this far.
We're not most. Cole Steele jumps over the side of the boat. And when I land on the licorice landing pad or whatever, I'll say, let's go find this son of a bitch.
Yeah, Beowulf will go too.
As you guys jump off the boat, you realize that the spires were covered in licorice bats, and they start flapping around the top of the spire and fly away. So you guys are on this landing pad, and the only way down seems to be some really horrifying looking stairs that come out from the side and then start swirling around one of these fingers and then starts to swirl around the spire itself. And, of course, it's a little windy. It's a little wet. All these stairs are slick, and they're only at some points they get as narrow as 12 to 18 inches. You are up there. You guys are you are at the top of a skyscraper. Is anyone have a heights issue?
Yes, absolutely.
I assume not.
Yeah.
Beowulf does? You guys are like badasses. I thought you guys were wired up and
but he doesn't do his own shit. Okay, you gotta remember
I thought we were
this.
talking about
He's a failure.
You said you guys. Matt, would hate this situation.
Oh, you, Matt. Okay.
Oh, us.
What about your badass stunt movie stars?
No, Beowulf would be fine.
Cold Steel's not afraid.
I don't think we'd even be scared if, we were afraid of heights because we're in this virtual reality thing. So
that's true. You guys haven't tried to cut the action or anything or any stuff for a while, huh?
We're in it, man.
You guys are really playing your parts. Really, you guys have gone full method.
The tower is made of licorice.
The tower actually seems to be made of some sort of hard candy, like a crystalline hard candy.
I take out one of my daggers and I kind of see if I can stab it into the tower and see what happens.
It chips like it were rock candy.
So it goes straight. My dagger can penetrate the rock candy.
Oh, it would flake. It wouldn't. You wouldn't
flake,
just
okay.
stab through it or anything. You'd have to kind of chip away at it.
Okay.
It's more crystalline than solid or stabby.
Good idea, though.
Yeah, I was going to kind of try and do a Wolverine kind of thing and use it to try and help me go down this stairway to hell here.
Yeah, so all of you guys are athletes. I'm not going to make you roll, to go down this stairway. I just want you guys to know that it is very dangerous.
Okay. All right. I start to walk down the stairs. I'll lead the group.
So we're not doing any rolls, then if we're not doing any rolls, then I'll be like, hey, Cole, I'll race ya.
No.
Wow. I am not racing.
Okay.
I'm not racing.
I don't do that.
Casey says he's not going to make us make rolls, but he will make you make a roll if you try
I know,
and do
and then
that
he'll be like, take disadvantage.
I do backflips down the spiral staircase.
I mean, that's at least worth an athletics check, right? Or an acrobatics. If you're getting fancy with it, if you're running.
Oh.
But if you are just walking down and, one hand on the wall to your right as you spin around these spiky fingers, you're probably pretty safe.
Yeah. This seems like an area where Devon Lark would try and do some parkour stuff.
Okay.
And be risky enough to make a acrobatics check. But it's not my character, so,
So I already rolled, and I was going to tell you that I was going to do some backflips and stuff.
Fall off the building, fall off the building, fall off the building, fall
And
off the building.
something's wrong with D&D Beyond because I always seem to critically miss.
You know what?
And I was going to tell you, Casey, that I do that. I do some tricks, and how I critically missed. But my total roll is a 13, if it helps any. I just picture Devon as, he doesn't have patience. He's kind of, all the sugar on him. He's got this raining maple syrup on him. It's making his whole body sticky. I just want to get out of here, and I gotta put on a show. So I gotta start jumping off the walls and stuff like that. And I critically miss.
So do you try to get ahead of Cole, who's in the lead, or something like that? Something kind of reckless, like trying to run up the wall over him or something crazy?
Well, if he's going too slow, then I gotta get around him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not so much that it's Cole Steele there. It's more that I'm not a person that likes to walk. Why walk when you can run?
Okay. I dig that. If I think you probably still have some inspiration sitting around, but if not, I'd give it to you again.
Let me try something here first. See
Sure.
if you're feeling okay.
Go ahead,
with it.
check.
I'm a very perceptive guy, okay? And I'm pretty sure I can tell that Devon's about to fuck up here and go off the edge. So I'd like to see if I can react and grab hold of his arm so that he doesn't fall off the edge.
We'll say that Devon, you do. So you guys are you're going down the spike and you're getting closer to the tower. You're getting impatient. You start to go past Cole. And as you are moving past him or over him, under him, I'm not sure what you're doing. You'd have to let us know. You actually get to a cave with bats, and the bats explode out of the cave, and you were not expecting that at all. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
21.
You start to lose it and start to slip as all of these bats come up around you. But you know what? You're Devon Lark. You are literally grabbed or holding on to that ledge with the tips of your fingers, right? You're an expert climber. Barely the tips of your fingers. Cole is going. He's starting to hurry down the stairs to catch up to you, to go to rescue you, and you prop yourself right back up on that step. Like you didn't fuck up at all. Like, oh yeah, no, I didn't screw up. That was totally planned and cool, and everything's fine.
I can see in Cole Steele's eyes, maybe he had some fear in his eyes that I was about to die there or something, and I just kind of nod at him and I'd be like, gotta put on a show, gotta put on the show.
And I'll look back at him and say, supporting cast.
Brutal.
Or when you guys are at the stair looking at where those bats came from, it seems to be just kind of a bat tunnel and not like something that a person could crawl in. But you guys actually come across several of them as you're going down the stairs.
All right.
Eventually, the stairs weave their way around the tower and open up to a large archway. At this point, you guys can kind of hear the waves crashing down on the coast below, right? Remember, you guys were heading toward on this ragged coastline. The spire was at the end of the coast, and then there was an ocean behind it. And you guys cannot see the bottom, but you can definitely start to hear it a little bit with the waves just crashing and rocking. So you guys reach this archway, and it opens up into a big foyer, just kind of an open space, very lavishly decorated with licorice. Licorice curtains, licorice rods, licorice furniture. It's all very plush. It's all red and black and gold and very fancy. Beyond this foyer, there is another room. And you guys walk. Do you guys do anything in the foyer?
I'll look around. Do we see any, I guess you said it's like fancy, like any weaponry, like decorative weaponry or anything like that might be sitting around or?
No, but you do look through like a large double doors deeper into the tower, and you see what looks like a sparring room that actually has a lot of weapons in it.
Yeah, take a peek in there.
You guys walk into this sparring room, and it's a large, open, square room. Very large, very open, with some training dummies around the room. They're wearing different types of armor, like real, actual, armor and weapons, not like Kandy weapons. And on the wall, there's basically two of anything that you could imagine, to scimitars, to short swords, to nunchucks, to sai, to, just all kinds of things all around the room. Lots of mirrors so you can, check and pay attention to your form. Instantly, appearing in the middle of the room is a man dressed like a Three Musketeer with the puffy sleeves and the big hat with the feather, the tight stockings and the boots, the whole musketeer look. Red licorice skin and a big black twirly licorice mustache. I see you have found my castle. Does it frighten you?
This, real fast, this is not the figure that I saw on the boat, correct?
Now that you are closer to him than you were on the boat, and yes, this is the guy that was on the boat.
It's you. I had a feeling I'd find you here.
But of course, the Lord of Licorice would be in his castle.
This is the figure that I saw on the boat while Beowulf was in his fight.
He left that package of the Das loot.
Yeah.
Is that what we think? He's leaving us packages?
I think so. Are you the one that left me this? and I'll show him the DOS loot that's strapped to my back.
So Lord Licorice slowly puts his index finger up to his licorice lips, making a shh motion, and backs up towards the wall, very quietly takes out his rapier, carves the tip into the glass wall, and draws a door, pushes into the glass wall, which is, now some sort of magical doorway, as light pours out, and steps into this brightly lit room.
This guy's the architect from The Matrix. I follow him in.
Devon will go also. I believe Devon feels like since the Lord of Licorice shushed us, maybe he's going somewhere where we can talk. So Devon will go with Cole.
Yeah, I agree.
The three of you enter the room, and you find it to be a mirrored version of the same room. All the colors are opposite here. Lord Licorice is actually now black where he was red and red where he was black. Where, the floor that was all that dark purpley black hard candy is now like bright and yellow and white like diamonds. And when you look into the mirrors around the room, you're not just opposite, but you're also standing upside down. Just in the reflections. It's very weird and unsettling. And this whole place has like a smoky, unsettling, magical vibe about it. This is a safe place for us to talk. And the door behind you slowly shuts. So?
What are we supposed to talk about?
Let me explain what I know. King Kandy is an ancient and dark god. King Kandy forged a powerful scepter to cross worlds. But that scepter isn't all powerful. It had to create rules to protect reality itself from King Kandy, because he would devour it all if you let him. King Kandy had to bind his own existence to those rules. He cannot break the law that he creates. Those little kids that are flying you around, they are like the lawyers of this realm. You may have them approve rules, any fighting rules that you'd like, as long as the other combatant agrees that you might be able to achieve advantage.
So what are you saying? If I just challenge them to a paper, rock, scissors match, and they agree, that's the fight?
The rules involve mortal combat, but if both combatants agree on an exception, the little lawyers will decide. Even King Kandy is bound by their law, for they are the manifestation of the scepter. Now, you must be wondering why I'm helping you.
That was my question. I was about to ask it.
That's
was
good,
my
because-
question.
Because I have more stuff here that you guys need to learn, and if nobody's going to ask me any questions...
I was literally.
So what else?
I'm just catching up right now.
Why are you helping us?
Because I am not Lord Licorice. Ooh, right? It's a good disguise, right?
Well, considering the fact that we've never met Lord Licorice,
Oh.
Yeah. You
I
had
can
me.
assure you,
yeah,
it's a
we always
very,
thought you were him.
It's a very good
It's a
disguise.
very good disguise, yeah.
Indeed. I was the last one left of my party. And I was ready to face off against Lord Licorice. And I killed him. And I used my illusory magic to fake my death and to take his place.
Well, who are you really?
That is not for you to know.
Are you V?
No, I do not know who you're talking about.
Do you guys want to show him the note? You guys want to show him the note?
I'll show him the note. Does this mean anything to you?
I'm not sure, but it seems consistent. Oh, I think I might have known him. You see, I've not met every combatant that's come to this island. I can only help them if they get all the way to me. Otherwise, I must stay secret, because King Kandy has eyes and ears everywhere.
Have you assisted any other combatants in this tournament?
In this tournament? This one
This current
specifically?
tournament.
Yes, I've been assisting you.
Anyone else?
No. Why would I assist anyone else?
Just curious.
There's 2 groups of us here.
Oh, yes. How could I forget? They're not real. The King Kandy makes them to get in your head. Be careful, though. They are allowed to challenge you.
They're not real.
No.
They
they're
know
just-
everything about us, man.
Yes, because they're manifestations from your own insecurities, from your own mind.
Wait a
There's-
minute. So if you're telling me they're not real and King Kandy made them, does that mean that Tonya Bladeson is going to be even sweeter?
Because she's Kandy? I don't understand what you're saying. You want to eat a woman?
Never
So-
mind, man. Never mind.
Is that going to be consensual?
So Stefan Seagill, not real, but is he still around? Can he come back? We heard that he perished.
Maybe, perhaps, if it's effective for King Kandy to torture you with. Now, we are in a place here where time is a bit slower. This room, this special place, this secret room. And you may have noticed the planes, the world, the magic. Have you felt it since you've been here? The veil is very thin.
Beowulf probably can't feel it, but he'll pretend that he can.
I can help you tap into the magic all around you.
Devon's going to stick his hand out and try to feel the magic.
Devon, you reach out your hand, and do you believe it? Do you believe in the magic?
Um,
Are you just
In-
like, yeah, whatever, or are you like, are you trying to like really act here?
I'm trying to act it out, but I feel like the special effects are going to. I believe in the special effects of the movie, of this virtual reality. So that's what Devon's thinking. So I'm going to stick my hand out, and Linda is going to help my hand do something magical.
So yeah, you reach out your hand, and like your hairs don't stand up on or anything. Like there's no energy or light or anything like that. Lord Licorice looks at you. And he looks at your face, and he grabs your hand. No, you must believe it. In here, and he pokes you in the chest.
Devon will let his guard down just for a couple of seconds. Now, I'll really start to try to feel I'll start to really try to feel it. Really start to believe it in the magic.
Give me a charisma check with advantage.
16.
Robbie, the hairs on the back of your hand stand up, and a warm, soft, glowing light envelops it. And little other tinkles and sparkles of light start to appear around your hand.
I picture as Devon is doing this, he's probably has his eyes closed. And as I feel the hair on my arm stick up, I'll open my eyes and I'll see this glittery light effect. Look, guys, look! Look, I'm doing it! I'm doing it!
Beowulf's always been a closet nerd. I think that's a thing. So he's always wanted magic and stuff like that. He's pretty ready to believe as well. And he's like, what does it feel like?
Roll charisma with advantage.
Shockingly enough, charisma is not quite Beowulf's strong suit. Got a 6 and a 1.
You're too eager. You're too excited. You're too sloppy. You can't. Whatever it is that you see. Yep.
Don't worry.
We've all been there.
I'm sure Robert McCharles will turn up at some point.
Ooh.
Zing! Just kidding, big fella. You gotta believe.
Beowulf's sad again.
Oh.
I want to attempt it too. I want to see if I. I'll hold my hands together and channel the energy and pull my hands apart to try and create like a little energy ball in front of my face.
Roll a charisma check.
I'm -1. Oh shit! I got a 4.
Ah. So far, only Devon has got it, but you guys spend some time here. Lord Licorice keeps explaining things like magic and other realities in the Vale, and you guys this is like the longest you've really been anywhere since starting this adventure, and you're like, oh my god, are they going to edit some of this shit or what?
Casey, like, can Devin like practice with it? Like, if I stick my hand out, is it any different from when I believe that it's the VR doing it, but then I believe that it's like different reality, like it's real? Does it happen when I believe that it's the VR?
As soon as you start thinking about VR, it all goes away. And you're like, well, that doesn't seem right at all. But
it doesn't seem right. Devin is really confused about this, and I lean back and I'm wondering about it. Like, how is this happening? Why is this happening? This is weird. There's no possible way that this virtual reality was able to plug into my mind.
Lord Licorice starts to instruct you guys that you have to look beyond yourselves, look beyond this realm, look through reality itself, and just like starts getting really like oddly metaphysical with things and spiritual with things for a while, talking about magic, kind of like the Force. You're thinking to yourselves, okay, this is the scene where Obi-Wan teaches Luke the Force.
All right, so when you say it like that, Beowulf, we thought we were working with more of a Harry Potter situation. Now I know that it needs to kind of come from within me a little bit. Yeah, So can I give it another try?
Yeah, give it another try.
Yet another crit miss. Yeah. Oof. I assume not with advantage this time, so I got a 0 total. 1 -1.
Lord Licorice is looking at you and seeing you just like concentrate really hard, but nothing happen. And perhaps you can channel your magic through your rage. And over the course of perhaps the next few hours, Lord Licorice works with all of you guys, and eventually, with enough coaching, with enough tapping into your inner self, you guys gain 3 levels of any casting class that you would like, and you may raise that casting stat up to 16. If it is 16 already, you may raise it to 18.
Well, that's very nice of you, Casey, because I rolled terribly.
Matt, Beowulf is hanging out with Lord Licorice. They're in the training room. He's telling you to reach deep within your soul. What comes out?
It probably takes a while with Beowulf, unfortunately. But eventually, and Beowulf's, again, his kind of thing has always been like keeping people at bay and using ranged or like pole type weapons. So he's got this glaive, and he's training, and all of a sudden, he kind of, he's like trying to do sweet like explosion magics, and it's not working. And all of a sudden, one day while training, his glaive kind of like starts to glow like a faint reddish color, and it kind of gets a little bit brighter and brighter, and then envelops all of his body in a like crimson red, almost fire but darker color. Yeah, and he unlocks a warlock class, specifically that of the Hexblade. So Hexblade is a like melee type of warlock that basically can curse people using his weapon, and he gains advantages on attacks with them. He does extra damage with it, and then the spells that come along with that are combat based, so like blur, and things that make me tougher to hit.
Yeah. Oh shit, you got blur now? I'm never gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's kind of the plan on that one. And then, yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough to hit me. Mirror image is another one where like there's 4 of me, and like yeah, that's a good one.
That's fucking good in this one. Wow.
Yeah,
especially because it's all 1-on-1. Wow.
Well, and then wait.
What did I do to
just
myself
wait.
as a DM?
You've told us just to min max and spec the shit out of ourselves, so I did
Yeah.
that. I also got Eldritch Blast. In my Eldritch Blast, it got 2 invocations, which one of them pushes the target 10 feet back, and the other makes them their walking speed down 10 feet. So not only is it difficult to hit me once you get up to me with my talents, it'll also be difficult to even get that close because I'll push you back and make you real slow trying to get to me.
Nice. You are in this mirrored training room, and Lord Licorice has his dual blades out, and you guys are fighting, him with his dual blades and you with your lance, and he's helping you hone those instincts. And he says, "Ah, yes, the dark arts. I can sense it within you. The rage, the power." As you guys are fighting, and he starts doing crazy things like he'll misty step behind you and be like, "Well, what do you have?" And the next thing you know, you just do it. You just trigger a blur or a mirror image. And the craziest thing about it is it feels like, especially when you do the mirror image, it's almost like you're on psychedelics or something. You feel like you can sense where all of these other people are, right? Like it's beyond your own mind in a way that you do not expect the Dream Dome to treat you.
Dig it.
Robbie, Devon.
Yeah, so I'm over there, and the things are just coming pretty easy to me and natural. And so whenever Devon gets bored, he just starts doing flips. So I'm probably over there working with my magic, and I'm jumping on these mirrored walls, and I'm just being really delicate with them, trying to see if I don't break the mirror when I jump on it. But then I cast a spell on myself, which is spider climb, and I jump on the mirror, and I'm stuck to it now. So then I just start walking, and I just walk to the very top of the ceiling. And now, as we are in this upside down room, Devon, Lark, is actually upside right on all the mirrors, but upside down in the center of the room. And after I get up there, I just, all of a sudden, I'm on the top of the ceiling, and then you just see, and I appear right down on the bottom of the ground with you guys.
I love the technique. I love spiders. That is fantastic. Again, you guys seem to be drawn towards the darkness in a way that I quite enjoy. What else do you have? Lord Licorice points his scimitars at you, Devon.
Devon will nod at him and like, go ahead, try to hit me.
Swing a scimitar at you.
Yeah, so he rolls really high, we'll just say, and I have, as a reaction, I have this arcane deflection, which just gives me a +2 bonus to my AC. But that's not even good enough. So as he's throwing this down on me, there's this light blue shield, just like a bubble, appear around Devon as I cast shield.
Fantastic.
I'm only allowed one reaction, so I'm only allowed to do one of those. But
maybe you do the first one, then the second one, back to back.
Yeah, he'll throw one attack at me and I'll block it, and then another attack and I'll block
it's
that
even
one again.
better and closer and like straight close towards your organs. And what's it look like when you cast shield? Like, what's that bubble look like?
So it's just this light white bubble, but where he strikes the bubble at, it turns to a blinding white light. And he can't penetrate that bubble with his throwing down his scimitar.
Lord Licorice is impressed as you guys are dueling and you're running around and dodging, and even times where he thinks he's going to get a hit in, you do some sweet magic and spells to block the attacks.
Yeah, and I'll probably goof off with him some too. I'll probably misty step to the top of the ceiling and start swinging my rapier down to him. And then sometimes I won't even misty step down. I'll just jump down. And instead of you guys seeing Devon fall like he normally would if he misses a jump, you guys see Devon start falling and gliding slowly to the left and right as he falls like a feather.
Yeah, and when you misty step, again, it's like a wild experience. The things you see and feel as your body is pulled apart. Again, like it feels physical. It feels It feels very deep in your bones and in your skin and in your flesh when you're doing this. It feels, again, much bigger than what the Dream Dome is capable of.
I didn't say what I did take, but I took 3 levels of wizard into war magic.
Cold Steel. What's it look like when you and Lord Licorice are training?
So Cole Steele is very focused on this DOS loot that he received from Lord Licorice. So you'll see for this montage, Cole Steele playing the DOS loot over and over again as his fingers begin to quicken and pluck at the strings on the DOS lute. And as he's playing, they begin to glow of an orange light. And I'm whispering as I play, and the sound that comes from my DOS lute is like an electric kind of guitar sound. And what you hear is,
yes, let the instrument flow through you.
dun 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 dun. Grit sandwich.
Perfect.
So yeah, you see Cole Steele just really focusing in on this. I'm really focused on this, the DOS loot, because I feel like, we're in a movie. I feel like I received this. There's a reason why I received this object like during the movie, and I want to go along with the flow of the movie, and I want to enhance my abilities with it. So I actually picked up the Bard class, and the Bard background that I picked was the
College of Lore?
Whispers, actually.
Oh, Whispers.
College of Whispers. So what I can do is I can actually create psychic blades. So whenever I hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can expend one of my bardic inspirations to deal an extra 2d6 psychic damage. So I'm actually kind of, Cole Steele is one for his, he has his words, but he's more into combat, so he wants to use his words for the movie. And I've noticed that, my co-stars here need a little bit of inspiration, if you will. One, Beowulf not being confident enough in his abilities, and Devon Lark not knowing what to do. So Cole Steele feels like this movie needs a leader, and I'm going to step into that. I'm going to lead through my words.
The three of you have spent days learning these skills, right? This was not just overnight, right? You guys have felt like you've been in here for a while. Again, not needing to eat, not needing to sleep. This really feels like kind of a weird, magical, special place. And also, you guys have been in the Dream Dome. Perceptively, it feels like you guys have been here for a while now, which I think is kind of weird.
Devon just probably thinks it's like a reality TV show. So he's okay with it. But mixing in with this, casting this magic and believing that it's the magic and not the VR. Do you feel like, Casey, our characters are questioning if they are in a VR?
I feel like if you're not questioning by now, you lost your damn minds. Or maybe y'all have just lost your damn minds, right? This is some sort of group hallucination, is really what this is starting to feel like. You've been completely cut off from Linda Lucas and the rest of the Dream Dome, right? I don't know if any of you guys want to say cut or action at any point during any of that training montage, but the hits feel real when you're training with Lord Licorice. The punches and the slams and the, being tapped with that hilt during some of these trainings. Clearly not, Lord Licorice is not trying to kill you and you guys are not trying to kill him, but sparring is very real.
So the Walkman that I received, I'm pretty sure that, I think it was Nick, well, that character's voice that was on the Walkman said, "Find Lord," and then it never finished. So I'm going to ask, I'm going to show him the Walkman and say, "Do you know the previous owner of this? It said to find Lord, but it never said who."
I'm afraid I do. And I'm afraid he almost blew my cover. I'm actually kind of happy that little runt got nixed or whatever might have happened at the back half of that video. He was going to spoil my disguise to anybody who picked up... What is this thing? I've never seen anything quite like it.
I think it's a Walkman.
Yeah, not ringing any bells. A man that walks? It sounds like a box that tunes. They should call it a tune box. After all of that training, Lord Licorice is standing there, proud, and also still inverted. Everything in this room is still inverted. The mirrors are inverted. Lord Licorice is inverted. Lord Licorice is grinning from ear to ear. You got it. The three of you got it. Now, I think we need a plan. First, you must defeat 6. 6 of the king's combatants. Defeating 6 creates a hex on King Kandy, and for a brief period, he is no longer immortal. He becomes very mortal. That's the point. And then, you must challenge the king in some way that he fights every soul on this island. Every foreign combatant, every foreign soul. And this is very important. And Lord Licorice whips his cape to the side and pulls from it like it were just like another dimension inside the cape itself. A beautiful, magical lantern that is, it's like brass and black, and it's covered with bones, and it's covered with spider webs, and it looks like an oil lantern, and it's very like creepy and necrotic and dark looking. And floating inside this old, like terrifying, angular, spiky, bony, spidery lantern are a bunch of little green glowing orbs. You see, this is a soul lantern, and I've been collecting the souls of fallen fighters. If you can get the king to challenge the souls of the combatants, or all of the combatants on the island, perhaps I can bring them back, and together we can all take down the king once and for all. And then the soul lantern goes back into the cape.
So you said that we have to defeat the 6. Is Lord Licorice one of the 6?
Lord Licorice is dead, so killing me would do nothing for you.
Exactly. So we technically only need to kill 2 more?
You need to kill 6. My kills do not count for you.
So what do we say when we go back to the boat?
Yeah, we already killed 1 each, didn't we?
You've killed 3 so far.
All of our kills count towards one another, or count together.
Yeah, all of your kills count together. Her kills do not count towards your kills.
So we have 3 more.
So you have 3 more.
I'm asking because I thought that the Kitten Cat said that we had to challenge Lord Licorice to Mortal Kombat.
Oh, the kids? Yeah, the kids just assume this is Lord Licorice.
So that's what I mean. So, like, are we just going to have to say we couldn't find him, or
So what are we going to tell the kids when we go back to the boat?
do we have to, like, how's that going to count as our kill since this fake Lord Licorice?
Are you asking Lord Licorice?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking him. Like,
So if you already killed the real Lord Licorice, how do we get? What's the plan? Do we just go and tell them that we couldn't find you, or we defeated you? Because if we say that we defeated you, that means that we technically would only need 2 more wins under our belt, but we actually need 3.
The children are beings of logic. They are beings of obedience. They are beings of law. They will take you wherever you wish to go. No questions.
So we can just go back to the boat and we can tell the kids that we decided not to fight Lord Licorice and we go to another place?
It's up to you to challenge at every place you arrive. The rule is that you challenge someone to mortal combat. The rule is not that you must commit to every place that you visit. You can spend weeks here if you like. You could spend months here.
Have you seen anybody else use these lawyers to make a little pact with anybody here to... Have you seen anyone try to do that? Have you seen it happen?
For someone to fight King Kandy?
No, just to make a deal with the other combatant and the lawyers agree with it and it actually come into play.
Yes, absolutely. My team was challenged by Mr. Mint. Have you fought Mr. Mint? He likes to take on 2 combatants at once. He's nearly 20 feet tall.
No. We would avoid that situation there. That sounds awful.
Sounds like a blockbuster fight to me. David versus Goliath situation.
So you're going to take him one-on-one then? Wow, you really are a hero, Cole.
Don't tempt me.
Use King Kandy's arrogance against him. I'm a master of illusion and disguise and invisibility. Just know that when you challenge him, I will be waiting there for you with the soul lantern as soon as you say it. I will unleash the souls, and then it'll only be a short while before we'll have dozens and dozens of combatants.
Okay, so how does it actually work? We just go up to him, the combatant, and be like, I challenge you to face me 1-on-1 versus 2.
The king's arrogance is his biggest weakness. He will fight as many combatants as challenge him, because he's never, ever not killed his match.
We'll handle it. Just be ready.
I will be there. I will be there waiting for you.
Do you have any other supplies for us?
Actually, shit. Did I not prepare a thing? I prepared so much else besides another thing for her to give you. Hold on, give me a second. Let me think
For
about
him
that.
to give us.
For him to give you.
So you guys got to ask for the free gifts, okay?
I see. I agree too. I gotta ask for the free gifts, but I felt like he gave us enough already that I wasn't gonna ask for more.
I agree. 3 spell levels is pretty crazy.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that was the gift. Yeah, three levels of a casting class was the gift. That's right. I had this all written down per episode. Don't you be milking out another bonus here.
Let me ask him about my guitar.
Chuck's the king of milking.
Just give us a useless item, Casey.
I guess I need to. Since time travels slower in this room, like, do I need to like attune to my guitar to figure out a little bit more about it? Or is it just like, to me right now, I feel like it's part of the movie. It's the reason why I carry it around. But like, do I get anything out of it? You know?
Are you asking Lord Licorice if you get anything out of it?
Like, what? Yeah, I'll ask him. I'm like,
What's the deal with the guitar? How do I use it?
Now that you know magic, perhaps you could strum out a magical tune. Do you know any instruments at all? Like,
I'd say Cole probably played acoustic when he was younger. Maybe. I don't know.
so you fiddle around and you like kind of remember like a couple really basic chords as you are starting to pluck this lute, and you think maybe it is maybe it's the special effects or something, but it's very easy to play and it sounds very good, and you feel like it's pulling your fingers to play it, and you're like, who's playing who now? You are attuned to the Das Lute and all of the magic within.
Nice.
And actually, the other guys, you guys are kind of surprised by how pretty it sounds when Cole is plucking on the lute.
You would probably see Beowulf have a tear, but he would try to hide it and like look away.
You picture Cole as playing something that you would cry to, or because I picture him doing like some, not so much heavy metal, just some like, uppity beat kind of music to where it makes you want to jump around and do flips and stuff.
Maybe that's for your character.
Maybe some fighting music.
I think the lute at first is playing Cole, and then Cole could probably change to whatever he wants.
Awesome.
Lord Licorice thanks everyone for their time. It's wonderful to see other people. I live in this tower alone, and it grows quite cold.
Hopefully you're there for us when the time comes and we can save you, right? Like if we win, we can save you. Is that what would happen? Do you know?
Absolutely. And the children might even have to restore my realm if I'm still alive.
You have a realm?
I have out there somewhere a world I can go back to. I don't know if I'll ever see it again.
What's the name of your realm?
I will not reveal to you my secrets. And you must not reveal my secret. You must all be sworn to secrecy about meeting and speaking and planning and plotting with me.
We never met.
Damn straight.
Can I walk out the door
Yes.
that he made?
Yep. Yeah, that door is lit and live and open again. And the three of you leave. And actually, Lord Licorice follows you out. And just says, go on, get out of here. Take your newfound powers and... Well, actually, you should fight me. And like all of a sudden, Lord Licorice starts doing a shtick about fighting, and because he forgot that he was back out in the real world for a moment and has to watch what he says.
I'll look at him for a second and say,
You don't seem like you're up to my level to fight. I'm taking my skills somewhere else.
Lord Licorice, his eyes squint, and he smiles and nods real slowly, like, mm-hmm, yes you do, yeah, uh-huh, like wink, wink, good job, like you said all the right things.
Taking my talents to South Beach.
like LeBron.
Yeah, it's like a decade later.
I know, right? It's never too late.
Devon will point at Lord Licorice, and I'll be like, I choose not to challenge you to Mortal Kombat. And I'll walk away. You know, Casey, I'm thinking what would really like derail your campaign here is somebody did challenge him.
Yeah, you could do that. It's D&D. You can commit suicide, technically. It's in the rules, I guess. Sort of.
Yeah. It's in there.
You can run right off this cliff if you really want to. All right, so you guys are going up and up and up these treacherous stairs. The storm still swirls around the spire. And who's in the lead? Devon?
Cole.
Yeah, I'll probably be running ahead again. I'll probably be doing flips again.
So,
Can I re-roll it, Casey?
are you actually doing flips again?
Yeah, I got to do flips. I got to do it. I got to redeem myself.
Okay. Do you get do you get advantage on like acrobatics checks or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I can use inspiration, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to do just a roll here. 31.
There you go. That's a roll.
I got a 19 plus 12.
That's a roll. So as you are, you get ahead, you kind of just slip right in front of Cole because he lets you. He's not trying to stop you. And you start doing some flips and some rolls and some cartwheels up these stairs. And then all of a sudden, as you guys get to not just like beyond the tower, but you're starting to go up one of those finger spires that are tighter and smaller, and it's even more tight to get around. Immediately in your path, as you're rounding the corner, is Tonya Bladeson. What are you doing here?
You know, the real question is, what are you doing here? Are you trying to stalk me again? You trying to come after me?
What? I should rip those lips right off your stupid little face. I'm here to kill Lord Licorice. Did you do that already? Because I feel like our little boat boys would have known if you killed Lord Licorice.
He's still kicking. You know, the rules of this world come down and play, and it only comes into play if you challenge into Mortal Kombat. And we chose not to challenge him. We chose to go elsewhere.
Well, Devon, Lark, you know what? If I killed you here, nobody on Earth would ever know.
Why would you want to kill me?
Did you make a deal with Lord Licorice?
What are you talking about?
Well, you're here and he's alive. Are you a traitor to Earth? Are you turning the back on the rest of us humans?
You listen here now, Tanya Blade, son. No one's gonna turn their back on Earth, okay? Nobody.
Challenger.
So at this point, Cole, you are right behind him, and it's like this column is very narrow that the stairs are around, and you can kind of barely even see her, right? You guys are twisting around a very narrow spike. But you can hear her, but you also can hear, and also kind of looking up above you guys, further up the spire, you guys see Robert McCharles, and you also see Stefan Seagill. Now, Stefan Seagill no longer has the human fleshy arms that he had, but he has two big metal arms going down his body. Just like something has happened, like also like some metal parts on his face and his jaw.
Okay.
But it's all three of them. Again, like the storminess and the thunder, it's kind of noisy, but also like weirdly still here because you're in the eye of the storm. And Tonya Bladeson looks at Devon and says, Devon, I challenge you to Mortal Kombat. I have to defend Earth if you're not going to.
I just crack up laughing at her. You calling me a traitor and you're challenging me? You're calling me a traitor? No, girl, no. No, I do not accept your challenge. No,
she strikes a pose, like a fighting pose on the stairs.
Devin just kind of waves his hand like, no, see, I'm pro-Earth and you are pro-Kandy.
Cole Steele will kind of pull Devon back just a little bit.
Yeah, you can put your hand on his shoulders. I don't know if you can pull him back, really.
I'll put my hand on his shoulders and whisper in his ear.
She's not real, kid. It's time to fight.
Whoa, guys, this doesn't do us any good, though, right? Like, we have to defeat King Kandy's soldiers, and these aren't them. They're just here to mess with us.
Yeah, I'm here to mess with Devon. I'm here to mess with his face. I'm gonna crush it and smash it.
I just kind of lean forward to her and I go,
What are you going to do here, Robbie? You going to challenge her? Or are you going to let us walk up the steps?
She's gonna go to slap you.
she's going to slap me?
She's got a 28 to hit.
Oh. Yeah, it's going to hit me.
Yeah, you reach in for a kiss and she just backhands you, right? Because she was like in a karate stance already.
Yeah, International Women's Day. Get it?
Yeah.
That's one bludgeoning damage to you, Robbie.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, she hit me. She hit me. And then I look to the lawyers. Did you see that? Did you see that? She touched me, and we're not even in Mortal Kombat yet.
The kids aren't too worried about this.
I think that this is part of the movie, and I feel like we are needing to fulfill the script.
What is this, 3-on-3 fight? What are your rules that you're proposing here?
Me and Devon. And then if we have to go through all three of you to get to Lord Licorice, then so be it.
What? We're not blocking your path to Lord Licorice. Just go around us.
She can. It's a narrow staircase. She can't get around us.
You're... I want to punch you in the face so bad, Devon Lark. I want to throw you right off the spire.
It's part of the movie, kid. You can take her. You can make a rule as long as she agrees. No killing.
Right? Would that satisfy in the realm of Mortal Kombat? You don't necessarily have to kill if you both agree on it. It's like when you fight with your brother, you say, no punching in the face, but everything else goes. You know what I mean?
Be very careful how you word that. If you're making rules, be very careful what rules you make.
Gotcha.
And I'll just say as an aside, like you can talk and walk your way past the situation too. Like like a fight's not, I'm not forcing a fight.
this is Devon's challenge to him. I'll let him make his decision. But she's heading to Lord Licorice, so either he takes care of her or she possibly kills Lord Licorice. And then we lose all of our souls.
Oh, that's a good point, Chuck.
Fight,
Does
fight,
Cole, does
fight,
Cole,
fight,
does
fight,
Cole
fight.
tell Devon that?
No, because I don't want them, like, we can't reveal our secret out here.
Yeah.
That's Chuck just saying that.
That was your thought, though. I don't want to, take it. Yeah, okay. So Devon starts thinking about it, and
I can whisper that to you, like,
You have to fight her, or else if she kills Lord Licorice, you can say goodbye to those souls that we need to fight King Kandy.
Devon will lean forward, and I'll tell Sonya Bladeson that we probably would have been able to get by if you weren't so fat.
Wow.
Ooh. Do you want to fight them?
yeah, are you gonna accept her challenge? Or are you gonna be a little chicken shit? What's happening here?
I accept your challenge.
To Mortal Kombat?
To Mortal Kombat.
As you say that, you realize that to your left, just floating out, maybe 20 feet away, are those two kids, and they're just standing there, floating.
Whoa! Where'd you kids come from?
They say, "Roll for initiative on the next episode of Crit Sandwich."
Oh, Robbie's got to fight his girlfriend and kill her, or be killed.
I know. I thought, you make a character that I was going to think was going to be a love interest, but nope.
One bad roll could kill you in the next episode. Ooh. Robbie, be careful, man. Play smart. And roll good. Get all your bad rolls out.
Oh boy.